Water in the Quran has a crucial place. It is part of the paradise gardens, Jannah, mainly made by fresh and abundant rivers. In particular, Quran chapter 2, verse 25, proposed the image of gardens with rivers running below, an image as underlined by Sayyid Hussein Nasr, which contrasts sharply with water in a desert, which is typically not above ground and almost never flows along the ground. Water is at the origin of the creation, as stated in Quran chapter 25, verse 45, where ma'a meaning, with the same origins of the word water, is slightly different from simply being water, but is even more significant. In this verse, ma'a means an essential fluid from which God created each animal. For each animal, a special essential fluid, and so each creature is different one from the other. Water has a deep symbolic significance as recalled again by Sayyid Hussein Nasr. Water is a symbol of life and that by which life is made possible. Whether water comes from the sky, as written in Quran chapter 22 verse 63, or comes from beneath the ground, as written in Quran 39:21, or is figured as part of our creation, as written in Quran chapter 21 verse 30. Not to forget, water has a close relationship also with the concept of purity. Water is an essential part of the wudu process, meaning the purification process before salat, prayer. This is written clearly in Quran chapter 5 verse 6. When you are about to pray, wash your faces and your hands up to the elbows. Wipe your heads, wash your feet up to the ankles, and if required, wash your whole body. But far from being a simple matter of physical cleanness, water symbolizes and even actualizes the purification of the soul by the waters of the spirit. Water has also clear ties with halal-haram prescription on food, as stated by Quran chapter 5 verse 96. In this part of the Quran, it is written that it is licit for Muslims to eat the meat of both freshwater and saltwater fish, with obviously some small exception according to the different school of laws, as for example for predators fish. Quranic commentators also recall how water is strictly interrelated with God power and benevolence. According to Sayyid Hussein Nasr, God sending down water from the sky is repeatedly mentioned as a sign of divine power and benevolence through which He, God, revives the earth. In this sense, there is also a moral obligation for all Muslims to share water with both human beings and animals, as stated in a well-known tradition coming from the Prophet Muhammad and related to a thirsty dog. By considering all that, it is not the case that several scholars recall the importance to protect and safeguard water in all its forms, again in accordance with what's stated in the Quran, chapter 7, verse 31. Children of Adam, dress well whenever we are at worship, and eat and drink as we have permitted, but do not be extravagant. God does not like extravagant people. In this verse, the word extravagant can be also translated and interpreted as waste, and specifically wasters, directly underlining how much it is important to safeguard environment and not waste its resources.